We are back on two wheels today, feeling a little more normal with the whole setup, which is good. The weather finally got normal enough. We had like the weirdest 2 or 3 days of torrential downpour. It was kind of insane. So crazy that the power at my work was like flickering every so often, and like areas around the town were like flooded. It was insane. Thankfully I was driving a car that day, so I was not left stranded anywhere or anything, having to deal with it, which is good. But now we're back to, a sunny day, regular clouds in the sky, no storm clouds from the look of it, thankfully. Hopefully it continues to warm up just a little bit, stay like a good warm, because right now, as is, the daytime weather is perfect for riding. It's like mid to high 60s, maybe dipping into the 70s a little bit. So it's just pleasant, where the sun makes you feel warm enough, but there's still enough of a cool breeze while riding that it feels amazing. It feels good. The only downside currently is that the night weather is still very cold. That's when it drops down like into the 50s or even lower, into like the high 40s, which is very cold. Not fun to be riding home in, but when you gotta do it, you gotta do it. So today's my day off, but I made a little oopsie, and I forgot to print some papers and take care of some paperwork that needs to be done pretty much before we open tomorrow. So instead of getting in there super early, I decided to just go in for a little bit, because it's not that far anyways. It's like a quick trip on the freeway, nice little ride, maybe I get some food over there when I'm done, see what happens. But I decided to go in today, and just try to enjoy the day, like have a little errand to run, but not have it be anything too bad. So that's where we're headed now. Gonna get that done. Shouldn't take more than an hour, honestly, but it's something that I would rather do on an off day with no pressure, instead of doing it tomorrow with the time crunch of like, oh, I've got to get this done within like an hour or 30 minutes, however long, of course depending on how early I decide to go in. But the earlier I go in, the more like just empty time I have once I do finish my task. I'm kind of just sitting there, and it's like, do I start working this early? Do I do this? Do I do that? I like that. When it's like, knock it out today and be relaxed. Tomorrow gets to be treated like a normal day. So that's what we're doing right now. Heading over there. But yeah, the weather's finally improving. I'm digging that. What's the weather like where you guys are? Because I would say, when it's nice, the nicer days are when riding just feels the best. Like, I try to ride as much as possible. I only make it so that the actual like natural disasters or more serious rain is what's stopping me whenever possible. But it is what it is. I think I don't remember if I spoke on this previously, but like when it comes to the weather, as a person, I prefer the cold weather, because it means to get more comfortable, I just need to layer up or, you know, grab a blanket, you know, snuggle up in some way. Whereas, you know, when it's hotter, I'm kind of, you know, you have to, like, to feel more comfortable, if you're not somewhere that has air conditioning or fans on you and you're, like, not feeling the best because you're getting uncomfortable, you're getting a little sweaty, your first instinct is just, like, you know, start taking layers off. And especially when you're out in public, or, you know, at least just not in the confines of your own home, there's only so many layers you can take off before it gets inappropriate, especially depending where you might work or just where you are. You know, maybe, like, if you're out in public walking around the mall, I guess it's okay to walk around with, like, just a tank top on. But it's one of those things where, you know, if you're working, you're probably got either some kind of uniform or some desired dress code at the very least. And, you know, dropping that is normally an issue because it makes you stand out. Whereas when it's cold, you know, you're like, oh, I've got a shirt on. Oh, I'll put another shirt on. I'll put on a long sleeve. I'll put on a jacket. I'll put on a coat. You know, there's always more and more you can put on. And for me personally, I'm a big fan of the hoodie under a jacket type style. Like, that's one of my go-to fits for when it gets colder, because I finally get to layer up. Because when you're in Southern California, I would say more often than not it's warm. I would say mostly pleasantly warm, but it is always kind of teetering on unpleasantly warm, where the slightest, like, exertion puts you over that comfortably warm, and now you're uncomfortably warm. Now you're like, ugh, I'm getting a little, my arms are feeling a little damp, I'm feeling a little sweaty. You're like, ugh, ooh, ee. Like, there's always something that feels kind of bad about it. You know, ew, a Cybertruck. So because of that, I'm not a fan of the warmer weather, even though I know for riding it's ideal for it to be comfortably warm, just like in that nice kind of, like, not too cold, not too, I'd like in that kind of Goldilocks zone. But I know that when we're in that kind of Goldilocks zone, we're always more likely to end up teetering towards warmer than we are towards colder, which is my main issue. Because it means if it's a little bit warmer, I'm going to wear this just to keep the sun off my arms and have protection. If it were to be a little warmer than it is today, this would be kind of uncomfortable. I would have to be hoping I could stay moving as much as possible so that I can keep, so I can continue to make the breeze to experience, so I can continue to experience the breeze that's making me more comfortable and kind of airing me out. But any of the times I need to stop or go too slow, that's when I start warming up. That's when I need to, like, pop my visor up so I can get some more air in here and breathe and not feel like I'm fogging up and just sweating and suffocating inside my helmet. And so there's all these factors of when it is warmer, but when it's colder, like, I just need to bundle up a little more. I need to wear more layers so that riding home I don't feel like I'm freezing to death. And that's one of the reasons it sucks when it's, like, really nice during the day like this, but at night it drops 20 degrees, because it means unless I bring an extra sweater or two and, like, put them in my saddlebags, how I go to work is the same way I'm coming back. So I either need to prepare to suffer during the day a little more just to make the night better, or be comfortable during the day, but suffer through the night. Or just be better prepared and bring a jacket, but you know. Sometimes I'm stubborn and don't want to put on more layers when I have to leave work, because it's just a 15-20 minute ride. But yeah. Alright, we're getting close to work, so I'm going to cut it out around here. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I will probably see you in a bit once I'm done working and stuff. So, we shall see. Peace. And we are back. Work's done. Got it done in about an hour, but I had one of my coworkers come in to help me. And then after we kind of just hung out a little bit, you know, talking, gossiping, spilling tea and whatnot. So it was nice. I wasn't just rushing to get the work done, you know, we got it done and then we hung out for a little bit. So that was nice. We are headed home now. I was thinking about stopping somewhere for food, but I remembered that I have this like spinach and cheese ravioli cooked up. So we're just gonna head home. We're gonna ride, we're gonna vibe. We're gonna talk and chill. It feels very weird because, especially because it was like winter time. It's almost spring. It's been winter for a while. It's been such a long time since I have left work and the sun is still out. I am oh so very used to it being dark and cold as hell when I leave work. But the sun's still out. It's slightly cooler now because, you know, the sun is getting ready to set kind of soon, probably within the hour. So it's getting a little cooler, but the good thing is the sun's still out. It's still bright. That's one of the things I hate is the sun sets so damn early. It sets at like 4:30 during the winter, just so early, to where if I'm going to go out and ride and shoot and stuff, I can almost definitely very easily get the trip to somewhere, but I can't easily get the trip back home. That's usually the one problem that I end up having. I don't know if it's schools just trying to use up their furlough days or whatever in like new and creative ways. Because the reason we're closed today is it's President's Day, but the district that you know is closest to our center, and therefore, you know, like in charge of all the schools and stuff, they were closed. The district last week, they were closed last Monday for not President's Day, and they didn't call today President's Day. I don't remember which one was which, but basically they're off last week and this week. One of them for like Lincoln's birthday or Lincoln's Day, and the other for Washington's Day or birthday. And I'm just like, guys, what are we doing? You know, like, why is this a thing? Why are we separating the president's birthdays all of a sudden, you know? Why? Just keep what we've had for years. There's no need to split it. And so it sucks because since it's not like a widely enough federal holiday, I don't even think it was a federal holiday at all. We're not really entitled, but we're not like thinking that we should be closed, because we normally try to just follow the federal holidays. But it sucks because if it means that like the main schools closest to us are all closed that day, a lot of the parents like to be like, well, since there's no school, I don't need to bring my kid here today because you guys are closed too, right? And it's like, no, it doesn't really work like that. We'll let you know when we're closed. If we're not telling you we're closed, you might as well just assume that we are wide open. You know, assume that if a bank is open, we're open. Or just call if you're not sure. If you're not sure, just call, talk to me, ask a question, send a text, send an email, do something instead of just assuming. But you know, it is what it is. Parents like to think what they think, and a lot of them just think it's safer to assume. But yeah, so that's why we were closed today. And honestly, like, I wish I did more work stuff like so far out of hours, because like this hour I worked getting this done was just the most productive I've been, because I was just relaxed and chilling, you know. We're almost home. I've been trying to like eat a bit healthier in like in this recent week, where I'm kind of like trying to meal prep some kind of breakfast, where I kind of just do some like overnight oats with a little bit of like Greek yogurt in it, some peanut butter, some chia seeds, maybe some fruit, and like, you know, just top with a little bit of honey. So it's like, you know, some kind of like breakfast bowl that's, you know, hopefully got enough of what I need to be chilling, and it's been working. I had that earlier today. I had it before work. I either need to bring some kind of small snack to kind of keep me going, because like I have found that just as I'm about to finish work, when there's like 30 minutes of work left, I'm at that point where I'm like, ooh, I'm like, you know, pretty hungry. So I feel like if I bring some kind of snack or something to kind of like get that midway point, I can make it so that work ends where I'm still big chilling, not too hungry, then maybe get home for dinner, or maybe if I need to like bulk up the kind of breakfast bowls a little more, just so it kind of carries me over to the finish line a little better. I don't know, because I've been trying to lose a little bit of weight just by trying to watch what I eat a little bit more, not really eat too much at any one time, because like, in all honesty, I'm a fatty. I love my food, but I have realized that I'm probably a little larger than I should be. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling less and less comfortable in the clothes I have. I'm feeling less and less comfortable about how I look and feel. So there is that. So I've been trying to do that. I'm gonna try to stick with it. Get that kind of meal prep going. Maybe try some like lunch and dinner meal prep, especially. That way I'm, you know, kind of like taking care of everything. But we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to hopefully, you know, lose a little more weight. I'm also trying to like exercise a lot more, so go for walks, do whatever I can at home or at other places. Thinking about possibly getting some kind of gym membership, but hoping to see if I can get a steady decrease just from like these kind of changes before I go too hard in the gym. But yeah, anyways, we're getting pretty close to home, so we're gonna cut the video pretty soon. Thanks everybody for hanging out, for watching. I hope you all have a great time wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and we will catch you guys next time. Bye.